Now is the time to be bestowed with immense knowledge about health and wellness by our beloved Dr. B.M. Hegde sir.
Vidya Dadati Vinaya. I learned some Sanskrit from this young lady. Education is humility. But most of us think, I'm educated, so I must be arrogant. You are a fool if you are arrogant. I don't know how many of you have read that beautiful Kannada small little stanza by Panje Mangesh Pai. Yeruvanu Ravi, the sun rises. Yeruvanu, Kattalade Jagaladuvanu, fighting with darkness. Yeridantele Chikkavaragi Torvanu, as he goes up he becomes smaller and smaller. Yeridavanu Chikkavanagiribekere emba matanu jagake saruvanu. That is, he goes up, becomes smaller and smaller, proclaiming to the world that those who go up in the ladder of life should be humbler and humbler. I have great respect for chartered accountants. So, chartered accountants are not new to me. I have a classmate of mine who goes around lecturing at Rotary clubs. He is a chartered accountant. He tells them, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to pay tax? Come to me. I will see how you can legally not pay taxes. But the man has forgotten that ethically is not same as legally. What is legal is not ethical, but what is ethical is always legal. So the taxes, payment of tax, whatever is, of course, our country doesn't in return look after you, because I was in England for a number of years. I know I have paid tax there. Even today if I claim, I get my pension. I have not claimed it. And that's a country which looks after you when you are in trouble. But our country doesn't do that. I might have paid so much of tax, but if I'm really in the dumps, the country doesn't bother about it. There's no social security at all. As a matter of fact, at my age also I don't get any social benefits, though I have paid lot of tax in my life. So this is what is happening. So that's why many people try to avoid tax. But let me tell you something. There is always happiness in being authentic. Authentic is the most important word. But the problem is with our educational system. Do you know what the education system tries to do here? Is trying for a wealthy career. I was in IIT Chennai the other day means about a year ago, lecturing there. At the end, the director told me, sir, ours is a number one IIT in India. I said, why? How do you say that? What's the yardstick? He said, my last student got 8 crore per year salary. I said, I'm sorry for you. If that is a yardstick, yours is the worst IIT, I said. Our education system must change. Justice Kothari said, you change, the world changes. Yes, he is absolutely right. There's an old story of a young boy who is very naughty in the house. The father and the mother had no time because he was asking so many questions. Today, of course, asking questions is dangerous, because if you ask questions and you're taken to a doctor, they'll make a diagnosis of ADHD. You should not ask questions to a teacher. Whatever the teacher says, you must say yes, you are supposed to be a good student. But the education must make a healthy mind, not just a wealthy career. What is a healthy mind? Where is the mind? Where is the mind? You're all chartered accountants, supposed to know so many things. Where is the mind?
Suppose you have one.
Yes. Never mind. But let me tell you, mind is not in the brain. This is a misconception all of us have. Brain is an organ. Mind is not an organ. Mind is energy. It's consciousness. And mind is universal. The whole mind of this world is one. And we are a part of that one space, individual mind. And mind is a canvas on which your thoughts are projected. And minds meet. And minds can exchange thoughts. And as a matter of fact, we now know that you can convey your thoughts from your mind to another person's mind. This is now proven in science. They have been doing experiments in quantum physics where they produce brain waves in a person. And that brainwave can be transferred to other people if you want to do that. Similarly, people can influence others' minds. There are a lot of people who can influence others' minds. There are a lot of these people called Godmen, They influence us with their thinking. Many of them are frauds, let me tell you that. They have not come here to do any good to the society. Though of course it says, this young lady will say, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam sajamiham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya duskritam. Save the good people and destroy the bad people. That doesn't happen. Bad people only grow in this country. So that's the unfortunate part. So what is happening is, we need to develop an educational system which encourages a healthy mind. The definition of healthy mind in my concept is a mind with enthusiasm to work. How many of us cross our heart and say, I have enthusiasm to work? Good, very good. What is enthusiasm to work? What is the meaning of the word enthusiasm? En in Latin means inside. Theos means God. Enthusiasm is theos. The real meaning of the word enthusiasm is entheos. God inside provokes you to do your work. That's what we say, Gayatri Mantra, Prachodayat. At the end of the day you say, please encourage me to do. And what is it? Real wanting to do work is different from having to do work. Now most of us are here or do our work because we want a salary out of it or income out of it. We don't love our work. If you love your work, you are called enthusiasm to work, number one. So you get up in the morning and ask yourself, do I today want to go to office or have to go to office? If a child asks in the morning, do I have to go to the school or want to go to the school? Most children will say, I don't want to go to the school. But if you ask a child, do you want to go to an ice cream parlor? The child says yes. Schools have become so bad these days. Of course, they were bad earlier also. Because Alexis Carrel, Nobel laureate, said, every newborn child is a genius, only to be converted into an idiot in school. You laughed, but it's the truth. When a child is born, it's like God. So much of curiosity. He wants to know everything about this world. You go to school, you're all put into one slot. What we call as education, today's Western education, where you are all converted into robots. You have to repeat the same thing what the teacher says. I'll tell you my personal experience. I had a grandchild which was born abroad. So he was going to school there. So he's so curious about everything. And whenever he meets me, he'll ask me such questions that I can't answer. They have transferred now to India and he's going to school here. Now he won't talk to me because he says, Ajja, I have no time to talk to you because I got to learn so many things. So he was so upset one day because he went to the class and there was an exam. So he wrote, Obavanu vana keli hodidalu. You know that story about Obava? But the teacher had said, vana keli Obavanu hodidalu. Because he said, Obavanu vana keli hodidalu, he got 0 mark. So he was so upset, he went to the teacher. And the teacher said, you have done the wrong thing. You didn't follow what I said.